Will your favorite team win the Super Bowl this year?
The Buffalo Bills do the thing they have never done in the history of their organization. Sean McDermott gets his Super Bowl.
All 32 NFL teams have a scientifically and mathematically possible shot at winning the Super Bowl.
It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl.
Let's dive into one reason why your favorite NFL team will win Super Bowl 58. Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray has something to prove. All right, bear with us. We're trying to be positive, as we have to do for all 32 teams on this list. Best case for Arizona, their backup QBs keep the team around 500 until Murray returns. He comes back with a vengeance and plays up to his Pro Bowl-like standards. Atlanta Falcons, offensive firepower. Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, Cordarrelle Patterson. Yeah, 5 guys who can realistically put up 1,000 yards of offense in 2023. Don't get us wrong, you need defense to win. But maybe this 2023 Falcons squad outscores all of its problems en route to a championship. Baltimore Ravens, a bolstered passing game. Having a top-tier rushing offense is fun, but it's not enough to win a Super Bowl in today's pass-happy NFL league. Fortunately for Ravens fans, the front office and coaching staff finally took note. They replaced Greg Roman at OC with Todd Monken, who will run a more balanced offense. Odell Beckham Jr., Nelson Aguilar, and rookie Zay Flowers give Lamar Jackson a great set of receivers to complement Mark Andrews and the rushing game. Buffalo Bills, come on, they're due for some good luck. A top 3 QB, a top 5 wide receiver, a top 5 offense, a top 5 defense. You know how great the Bills are. What more is it going to take for them to finally break through? Carolina Panthers, a balanced offense. It's been a while since Carolina had a dangerous passing game to complement its always stout rushing game. But with first overall pick Bryce Young taking over the offense now, Carolina finally has a QB that can strike fear into opposing teams' secondaries. If the Young and Frank Reich-led offense comes along as hoped, then Carolina's potent passing game and explosive rushing offense could carry this team all the way. Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow and the offensive firepower. What more needs to be said? Joe Burrow is a top 5 QB. He has led Cincy to consecutive AFC Championship game appearances. Teams just cannot contain his dangerous receiving trio of Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd, not to mention capable 1,000-yard rusher Joe Mixon. Chicago Bears, Justin Fields has weapons. If the Bears shock the world and win the Super Bowl this year, it'll be because of the offense. Newcomer DJ Moore, 2 potential 1K receivers in Chase Claypool and Darnell Mooney, and a pair of capable 1,000-yard rushers in Khalil Herbert and Deontay Foreman. And of course, TD Machine Cole Kmet isn't too shabby either. Dare we say that this offense could go off and lead Chicago to a championship? Cleveland Browns, defensive dogs. Look, you need defense to win, and the Browns have it. Myles Garrett is a top 5 defensive player in the league right now. The Browns added Ogbo Okoronkwo, Dalvin Tomlinson, Shelby Harris, and Za'Darius Smith to bolster the pass rush around Garrett. Denzel Ward, Juan Thornhill, Greg Newsome II, and breakout candidate Martin Emerson Jr. headline a scary secondary too. Dallas Cowboys, defensive dominance. The Cowboys' offense is always a juggernaut in the regular season, but it tends to be a no-show in the postseason. That's just kind of who they are. Good thing that they have a top-tier defense, though. The team that ranked 5th in scoring D last year added a world-class corner in Stephon Gilmore to complement Trayvon Diggs. Denver Broncos, Sean Payton will fix Russell Wilson. If Russell Wilson can regain his Seattle Seahawks-like form, then the Broncos will be dangerous as all hell in the AFC, especially when you factor in their stingy defense. We fully expect Wilson to improve considerably with offensive guru Sean Payton now leading that offense. Payton's too legendary to fail with another future Hall of Famer QB in Wilson. Detroit Lions, controlling the trenches. You can still win the old-fashioned way in today's NFL, and the Lions are built just to do that. A top-level offensive line, a prolific ground game with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, and a very scary front 7. You don't need Jared Goff to be Superman if their dominance in the trenches reaches another level. Green Bay Packers, winning the old-fashioned way. Like the Lions, the Aaron Rodgers-less Packers are actually built to win the old-fashioned way in 2023. A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones might be football's best rushing duo, and the front 7 has loaded potential here. Devontae Campbell, Quay Walker, Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, Kenny Clark, Devontae White, and Lucas Van Ness? These Packers could run the ball down the opponent's throats while also using their ultra-physical and fearsome front 7 to win games. Houston Texans, CJ Stroud time. As we did it with the Cardinals entry, we really are asking you to bear with us here. The Texans are on the right path with their rebuild, but there's just not really enough veteran talent in place for them to realistically win a Super Bowl. That is, of course, unless rookie QB CJ Stroud goes off and pieces together a rookie season like no other. Indianapolis Colts, Anthony Richardson equals Superman? Again, we're just trying to stay optimistic here. We gotta come up with a singular reason, you know. The Colts have a bottom 5 roster in terms of talent, but we also haven't seen a freak of nature dual threat QB like Anthony Richardson in quite some time. Maybe a historic rookie year from Richardson is enough for the Colts to win it all. Jacksonville Jaguars, an unstoppable offense. The Jaguars' offense could quite literally be unstoppable this year. And Trevor Lawrence will only get better with experience. Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, Evan Ingram, and new arrival Calvin Ridley could all push for 1,000 yards receiving. And Travis Etienne Jr. might make the jump to top 5 RB in the game. This offensive firepower just might be way too much for any team to stop in 2023. Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. The defense has its issues, and the wide receiver room is a giant question mark. But hey, who cares? The Chiefs have the game's best player in Patrick Mahomes, the reigning league MVP and Super Bowl MVP. Las Vegas Raiders, Jacobs and Adams. Hard to be optimistic on the Raiders in year 1 of the post-Derek Carr era, but if reigning rushing champion Josh Jacobs and superstar wideout Devontae Adams play up to their usual standards, well, the dynamic duo could be enough for the Raiders to go on an unexpected championship run. Who knows? Los Angeles Chargers, prolific passing game. The superstar QB Justin Herbert will once again challenge for the MVP and crown for every major passing category. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are still a top 10 receiving duo. Rookie Quentin Johnston could go off too. And do-it-all running back Austin Eckler is always doing damage in the pass-catching game. Hiring Kellen Moore as the new OC could help Herbert reach another level as well. So if that happens, hey, the Bolts' high-powered passing game might deliver the franchise its first Super Bowl. Los Angeles Rams, championship pedigree. The roster depth and star power isn't as strong as 2021's, but this team did just win the Super Bowl 19 months ago. Sean McVay, Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and Aaron Donald are all still there. With that experience and championship pedigree, don't fully bet against the Rams. This core might have one more special run in them. Miami Dolphins, the O's Big Three. Tua Tagovailoa was an MVP-level quarterback in year 3. It's too bad that 3 head-related injuries limited his playing time. But as we saw a year ago, this Miami team is super dangerous with a healthy Tua throwing the football to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, who only make up the NFL's #1 receiving duo. Minnesota Vikings, Justin Jefferson. The Vikings are a snake-bitten franchise that might never, ever win a Super Bowl. However, the Vikings do have the league's best non-QB offensive player in Justin Jefferson. If he continues to build off his ridiculous 2022 season, then JJ might be able to carry the bulk of the workload and take Minnesota to the Super Bowl. New England Patriots, Bill Belichick is still here. Enough with the Pats record in the post-Tom Brady era. Belichick is still the greatest coach ever. New England's rushing game and run D will dominate as always under Belichick. So of course, they can win it all the old-fashioned way, all being spearheaded by the greatest coach of all time. New Orleans Saints, finally a stable QB option. The Saints haven't had a stable and efficient QB situation since 2018, Drew Brees' last fully healthy season in New Orleans. 4-time Pro Bowler Derek Carr assumes a loaded offense led by Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, and Michael Thomas. Throw in a top 10 O-line and an elite defense, and you have all the ingredients needed to win it all. New York Giants, SAQUON Barkley. Daniel Jones isn't elite. The defense isn't quite top 10 level, and the receiving room is loaded with question marks. But if SAQUON Barkley plays up to his usual standards, he just might propel this team to a Super Bowl championship the way Terrell Davis did for the Broncos in 1997 and 98. New York Jets, hey, we've got a QB. The Jets acquired 4-time league MVP Aaron Rodgers to address this team's never-ending search for a franchise QB. He joins a team with a top 5 defense from 2022, reigning offensive rookie of the year Garrett Wilson, and the dynamic RB duo of Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall. You think the Jets might win a Super Bowl now that they have an elite QB? Yeah, so do we. Philadelphia Eagles, the best roster. Let's see, the Eagles have the MVP runner-up, the second best receiving duo in football, the NFL's best offensive line, the NFL's best cornerback duo, oh, and the NFL's best front 7. Yeah, something tells us with 0 roster weaknesses and the NFL's top roster, the reigning NFC champs just might be good enough to win a Super Bowl. Pittsburgh Steelers, the big three in the front seven. Kenny Pickett should improve after an up-and-down rookie year, but we're not sure if the Steelers' young offense is ready to make the jump to elite in 2023. Fortunately, they have a scary three-headed monster in the front seven in TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward, and 2022 breakout star Alex Highsmith. Look, if those three continue to click, the Steelers can ride them all the way to a Super Bowl. San Francisco 49ers. A healthy QB room? Who knows, if Brock Purdy didn't tear his UCL in the NFC title game, maybe the 49ers are the reigning Super Bowl champions. This team has been hit hard by the injury bug at QB for a while now. Eventually, they gotta get some better luck on that front. As long as Brock Purdy and or Sam Darnold are healthy, this star-studded roster should finally come together and win it all. Seattle Seahawks, Legion of Boom 2.0. Now, with all due respect to Russell Wilson, the original Legion of Boom is what propelled Seattle to consecutive NFC title banners and a Super Bowl 48 championship. Well, dare we say that the Legion of Boom 2.0 may be growing right before our very eyes? Tariq Woolen and Kobe Bryant had phenomenal rookie years. 5th overall pick Devin Witherspoon has future superstar written all over him, and Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs are a top-tier safety duo. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, unstoppable front seven. Vita Vea is an all-world run-stopping force. Rookie Kalijah Kancey should be a nice fit beside Vea on the interior part of the D-line. Shaq Barrett and Levante David are still elite, and maybe this is the year that Devin White and Joe Tyron Shoyinka both finally put it together. Tennessee Titans, double D trouble. D as in Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, that's it. Look, the Titans don't have a lot of strengths, but they do have an annual rushing champion contender and a 5-time Pro Bowl wideout to help that offense. Ryan Tannehill or Will Levis might just only have to be average to above average for the Titans to go all the way. Washington Commanders. Defense still wins championships. In Sam Howell, Washington has the most uncertain QB situation in the whole of the NFL. But maybe Howell, or Jacoby Brissett, won't have to light it up. What if instead the Commanders' stingy defense, one that scored 3rd in yards allowed and 7th in scoring D, does the heavy lifting yet again? But who do you think will win Super Bowl 58 this year? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.